What's good, everybody? So we're going to jump right into this haircut using our Oster Octanes with the 5.0 detachable blade. And we set that initial guideline. Then we use the 0A blade. Now between the 5.0 and the 0A is a 000, but we skipped that blade. And we're going to do like a skip blade system. I found that this works amazing for me, and I believe it'll work amazing for you as well. So we skipped the number 1 blade and we went straight to the 1A blade. Now you can see it's leaving my panels, so you can see those guidelines all the way up. And that's okay, because we're going to skip blades going up, and all the blades that we skip going up, we're going to use those going down. So now we're going to skip the 1.5, and we're going to jump right into that 2, and just kind of use that 2 to come off the parietal ridge right into the top. Alright, so now we're going to use all the blades that we skipped going up. We're going to use them going down. So now I'm using my 1.5 blade, and I'm just going to tie in that section between the 1A and the number 2. Then once I feel like that's tied in nicely, I'll go ahead and use the other blade I skipped, which was the number 1 blade. Now usually I like to go down and use the 000 blade on that very bottom line, but this time I decided I'll just use my trimmers instead. However, I believe I go down to a 0A just to kind of touch up some stuff. But as you can see, the blend's already coming together, man. This was quick, easy. This is one of the reasons I love the detachable blade clippers. A lot of people are kind of scared of them, but I'm telling you what, if you can, get comfortable using these, man, they pretty much blend themselves. And what I love about them also is that you can learn how to use more of the clipper blades and pressure and angles and things like that. And once you master that without a lever, then when you use a regular clipper that has a lever on the side to adjust the length, man, you're just that much better. Once again, grab that 0A blade, and I'm just going in with the corners, touching some things, and I'll come in and knock out that faint bottom line with my trimmers. Alright, so now I'm using my Babyliss Low Pro and the Authentic Edition trimmers. Just coming in, balding out that bottom. And then, like I said, I'll use the corner of my trimmers. Hard to see from that angle, but I'll use the corner of my trimmers just to touch at that line and kind of break that line up just a little bit. Some of you guys may remember my man Jared that I have in the chair right now from a different video. However, I wanted to go ahead and cut his hair again just to use the detachable blade system, being a lot of people have been asking me to drop some more videos using the detachable blades. If you want to see more videos using the detachable blades, make sure you leave a comment and let me know. I love using detachable blades, and I definitely wouldn't mind dropping more videos on them. However, Most people don't use them, so usually I just record videos using, regular clippers. Alright, so now we're doing the same thing in the back. And actually, whenever I was cutting the side, as you can see, I was pretty much wrapping it around towards the back, halfway. And now I could, start halfway from the back and do the whole other side, but because I'm recording this video, I'm just going to touch up this corner using the same steps that we use on his right side, and then we'll go over and do the left. So I started with that 5-0 blade, skipped the 3-0 blade, used the 0A blade. I skipped the 1A blade, the 1 blade, and I used the 1A blade. And then I skipped the 1.5 blade and used the 2 blade. Now coming back down, I'm going to go ahead and use all the blades I skipped. So working my way down from the top, doing the 1.5 blade, and then I'll go ahead and use that number 1 blade to knock out that bottom. And once again, I'll use that 0A just to kind of touch some stuff up. And as you can see, I haven't done any detail work yet, and this blend is looking pretty nice. I mean, this is definitely a blend that you could just allow to walk out the door before doing a bunch of touch-up work. And I feel like it's all because of this system, man. This is a great system to use, especially if you're new to the game. I think it would be great to learn this system with these clippers. However, the clippers and blades are expensive, but they are my go-to everyday workhorses. Once again, usually the only time I use regular clippers is to record YouTube videos for you guys. But I love these clippers and use them daily. Once again, same thing. Hitting it with that 5-0, skipping the 000 using the 0A. Now we'll skip that number 1 blade and we'll use the 1A blade, which is equivalent to like a number 1 guard. And then we'll skip the 1.5 and go into that number 2, just kind of tie it into the top. And then we'll hit those guards that we skipped on the way down, fading down. So there's the 1.5 blade. Just working those corners and angles and using different pressure to make sure that, we can bring this blend together. Now we're using the number 1 blade. As you can see, his front lines, his vertical bars, they're kind of back there a little bit, so I just lightly touch them on each side. And then we're going to come in and clean up the bottom, and then we'll attack the front. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and use my comb. I like to use more of the wide tooth comb going down so we're not snagging anything, but we are lifting up the hair, prepping it to go with the grain with a number 1 guard. So I'm using my wall seniors here with my master blade on them, and I'm using the number 1 purple magnetic guard and just going over the top really good, just trying to clean it up, smooth it out. Alright, so as you can see, we need to tie that fade into the top a little bit better. Someone was asking me on Instagram, how did I tie this in? So basically I just went back to my number 2 blade and I just kind of worked it, up into the top a little bit after going down, with the grain with the number 1 guard on top. And now it's still a little dark line, so I'm going to hit that 1.5 blade and just use my corners and just kind of hit it at different angles so we can just, tie that blend right into the top. And as you can see, it's coming together nicely. A lot of people believe that the enhancements is what makes the fade look blurry. The fade is blurry before we ever put enhancements on. That's it's got to be. You can't use enhancement to try to make the cut look blurry. We just enhance the lineups with the color. So right now we're going to go ahead, starting in the middle, working our way out to the corners. We're just going to line up this front, and as you can see, he likes to have a part in his hair where it's light on this left side over here, that line going up. So I'm going to touch up that line, and we'll go from there. Because he likes his waves a little shorter and tighter, you can see down to his scalp. So I like to go ahead, and whenever I'm enhancing it, I'll throw a little color on the top just to make it look a little fuller and darker, and then I'll do the same with some fibers. Alright, so now I'm just going to come in and enhance his lineup. Make sure we hit that part, get it looking nice and sharp. Once I lay down the color enhancement spray, then I'll go ahead and add some hairspray and fibers just to make it a little bit more thicker and more natural looking. Some people say, why do you use the hair fibers? The reason we like to use hair fibers on top of the color is because obviously hair doesn't look like color, right? It looks like hair. So fibers are like little hairs, and it covers up the color and makes it look more natural. Sometimes you can get the fibers a little more caked up in spots than you need to, and what I'll do is after lining up, I'll kind of come in with the comb and I'll just make sure I knock off any kind of bulk and just kind of, like that right there, thin out some of those bulkier spots where those fibers may have clumped up. Alright, so once I've done all that, I like to come in with, either the detachable blade like a 0A or something like that, or just one of my clippers. Here I'm using my Wall Seniors. I haven't used these in forever, so I broke them out, and they are still one of my favorite pair of clippers. So I'm just coming in, doing some detail work, knocking out any spots I see, make sure this blend is coming together nicely. I was trying out some new color that we're testing, and so it kind of looks a little different, but I want to see how long it lasts, and we're doing some tests right now on some new stuff. Now I'll come in and just do that little thing I do with my shears, and there's the cut. Tell me what you think, but until next time, God bless you guys. Peace. I'm out of here.